Adventures.
Hey guys, Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures, continuing this video series with New York Prepper. I'm going to do the penetration test with the 454 Casull versus the 500 Smith & Wesson. We tried to equal out the barrel lengths and the rounds we use, so let's check out the penetration test and we'll give you our final thoughts on 454 versus 500 Smith & Wesson.
All right, I got Buffalo Bore Hardcast. What grain is this, Chuke?
360.
360 grain. Best bear defense gun in Alaska for handguns anyway, the 454 Toklat. Here we go.
Wow.
I had just lined it up and put my finger on the trigger and it went off. That trigger is so light. That one recoils significantly more than the Underwood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
Wow, shredded that bottle in half, that first bottle or second bottle. Might not have penetrated as much as the other one though. Let's see.
Yeah, it only went into the first jug.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those ceramic tiles, there's all sorts of lead fragments here.
Wow.
Here's the met plat of the bullet.
Whoa.
So that's the little thing we put on the back of the hardcast.
Right.
And there's that's what's left of the bullet.
Wow.
So
crazy.
There's a lot of fragments on the table too.
Interesting. Yeah, ceramic plates are tough.
They are tough. Very tough. Probably tougher than a grizzly bear skull.
Yep.
All right, guys, here we go. First shot, Buffalo Bore 440 grain hardcast, 6.5 inch barrel Smith & Wesson Model 500. Let's see what kind of penetration we get compared to Chuke's Ruger Toklat. All right, guys, so I got a perfect hit right in the middle of the water bottle. Look at all the pieces of tile everywhere. Check this out. That 500 Smith & Wesson Buffalo Bore just completely annihilated those tiles. I mean, there's no big pieces of tile at all. They're just all broken up into small pieces. Just completely annihilated them. Check that out. But we only penetrated through 2 water bottles, it looks like. So this was the first water bottle behind the tiles, and you can see it just got completely blown apart. Here was the entrance hole right there. So basically hit perfectly in the middle where I wanted to hit, and it just completely annihilated the first one. And then here's the second one, and here's one of the holes in the second one, and then we have an exit hole as well, but it did not penetrate into the third bottle. I think the bullet just basically bounced off, and I have a little piece of the bullet right here. This is the only thing that's left of it. You can see how the tile just shredded that hard cast. Pretty interesting. This is the base of the bullet. You can see the gas check there. And the gas check just goes on the bottom of a hard cast bullet to prevent the gas from burning up the base of the bullet when you fire the cartridge. But that's pretty much all I could find. So it looks like it penetrated through 2 water bottles after penetrating 3 ceramic tiles. The Buffalo Bore 440 grain hardcast, 2,500 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. That is just insane. Muzzle velocity of 1,600 feet per second, with a 440 grain bullet out of a 6.5-inch barrel. That's as good as an 18-inch barrel 3-inch 12-gauge slug as far as energy goes. So it's pretty impressive. But I was expecting a little more penetration.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. I'm joined here by New York Prepper. We are taking the 500 Smith & Wesson versus the 454 Casull, and these are the firearms we're using. We thought it was a decent comparison because I've got a 5-inch barrel on this Ruger Toklat 454. You've got a little bit longer barrel. What do you have there?
6.5-inch barrel.
But it does have ports on it, so we figured that would decrease some of the power. So, man, Chuck was super impressed with how hard those ceramic plates were. We haven't used them before. We've used dinner plates, and we typically have like pork ribs or something in front of the water bottles. But man, those ceramic plates were tough. So with mine, I only got through one jug with the 454. What did you get as far as penetration?
I got through 2 water jugs, and
Okay.
yeah, I was surprised too. I was expecting like 4 or 5 water jugs. I couldn't believe that it only went through 2. I mean, it annihilated the tiles. Like the Buffalo Bore just annihilated. The tiles just blew apart into little pieces. So definitely a lot of energy dump, but the tiles really removed a lot of the energy and.
Agree.
And I noticed also, I think you noticed the same thing, that the bullets got shredded into pieces,
Yep.
So the bullet just broke apart basically for the most part when it hit those tiles, right?
Fragments all over the table. And I have to mention, we used 3 of those ceramic tiles for this test in front of the bottles. And were those 1/2 inch?
They were 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch. Okay.
Yeah. So that's 3/4 of an inch of tile. That's a lot of tile.
Yeah, that's a lot of hard material, and mine too. I mean, the energy was incredible. It just shattered. Nice explosion there. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's
But
fun.
I do have to say that the 500 wins the competition as far as just sheer power. You got, way more velocity in foot-pounds of energy, and then you've got a little more penetration than the 454 too. So I still think the 454 is a good caliber for bear protection. It'll definitely work, but man, the 500 just got more power all the way around. So
yeah, I mean, if we're just comparing like raw power, of course the 500 is going to have more power, but yeah, the 454 Casull, I mean, you probably know more about this than I do, but it's well proven in Alaska for stopping bears. I mean,
yeah,
it's probably one of the most popular in Alaska, right? 454, 44.
44 Magnum is, but people are definitely stepping up to the 454 because it's considerably more than a 44 Magnum, but it is pretty impressive. And yeah, it's all you need really in a revolver, just that and up. But I am impressed with a 500 Smith & Wesson. I used to have one. This makes me want to get another one. So, but
It's
yeah,
just
the 500 wins that one. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you saw the velocity test on New York Prepper's channel, and we're going to have more of these comparisons to come. So,
my name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time. Guaranteed.